Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Fortitude Fix. I hope you're well. My name is Deshauna, and in today's video, I am going to be sharing with you our engagement story. In a little bit over a week, my husband and I will be celebrating our 6-month wedding anniversary, and I thought what better way to celebrate than to share our engagement story. If you haven't already checked it out, go ahead and click the iCard right over here for the video of the proposal. But I want to take it back to what happened before that moment. Okay, so I was at work and I needed to go pick up my mom from the airport. So I had to leave work a little bit early and I received a text message from him. Nothing out of the ordinary. So I asked him what we were gonna do later, if we were gonna hang out, and he kind of didn't really answer the question, but he said, yeah, I'll come up with something. He's like, but I might use one of the coupons that you gave me. So let's back up here. So for his birthday, about 2 months before, I'd given him a bunch of gifts, and one of the gifts was like a homemade coupon. And a lot of times he has a lot of wacky, fun ideas, and well, let's just say I'm a little bit more calculated in my decision making. So I gave him a coupon that said, I will say yes to any adventure idea that you have. Okay, so I didn't think anything of it when I'm on the phone. I'm trying to pick up my mom from the airport. So I pick her up and then I drive back home. All right, so I'm at home. I'm wondering where he is. I'm not really sure where he is, but anyway, he's like, oh, come over at such and such a time. I was like, all right. So by the time I get home and the time that he says come over, it's not that much different. So I was sitting in the car at my apartment because I was, one, kind of tired, didn't want to go in, and two, I didn't want to go in and get comfortable and then have to come back out. So I was waiting in my car and I saw his car pull up and I was like, this is weird. He told me to meet him later. So anyway, we had a weird exchange and he was like, can you just go in the house, whatever? And I was like, all right, cool, I'll be nice. He's trying to plan something sweet, so I'll play along. That's my thinking, right? So I go in the house, I'm doing some stuff, whatever, and then I get a text from my roommate at the time. My roommate was actually at work. So she texted me and was like, hey, I think I saw something outside. Can you go check outside? So I go outside. There's a balloon attached to my side view mirror. It's a red balloon and there's a note. And the note says to meet my boyfriend at the time at a nearby Starbucks. And so our first date was at a Starbucks. And he said that the note said that I had to go inside the Starbucks with the red balloon so that I could see him. Okay, so I go all the way to Starbucks, I go inside, I do not see him, and yes, I am carrying this random red balloon. Mind you, there are a lot of people who are looking at me. I'm getting a little bit more attention than normal, and it's kind of strange. So I walk up to the counter and this guy just knows who I am all of a sudden, and he's like, hey, he's like, here, this is for you. And he gives me a venti iced coffee the way that I like it, on the house. And then he's like, oh, one more thing. And he gives me another card. And at this point I'm like, okay, he's not here, he's not coming, what the heck? He planned something. So I'm reading the card and the card is like, oh, I just missed you. I'm across the way over getting something to eat. Meet me over here. And there was a Chick-fil-A over there. Now, I know nothing about Chick-fil-A. I've never been to Chick-fil-A at this point in my life. So I was like, all right, I'll go to Chick-fil-A. I don't know, maybe he got hungry. Still not catching on. I go to Chick-fil-A. I walk in. The letter said I had to bring the red balloon again. So I brought it inside Chick-fil-A. I go up to the counter and I don't go to the counter. I start waiting around and I'm like, where is he? Okay, so anyways, so then I go up to the counter because I don't see him, and the lady just randomly gives me this whole entire bag of food, and she's like, oh, this is for you, no need to worry, I'll be right back. And so I'm waiting, and I guess I'm waiting for more food. I'm not really sure, but I'm waiting, and then I see some of the workers come out and they're cleaning up things that don't need to be cleaned, and they just start sweeping out of nowhere. And I'm like, where are all these people coming from? So anyway, they just like look at me and smile. Everybody's smiling at me and I have no idea why. So then the lady comes back out with the rest of the food. She asked me if I need any sauce, and she's like, do you want more sauce? Do you need more sauce? What kind of sauce do you want? I was just like, I don't know, give me, you know, whatever the most popular is. Like, I've never been to Chick-fil-A. So I get the food, and she comes back and she gives me another card. And the card is like, oh, I just missed you again. I'm like, oh my gosh. He's like, you know what, I had to come home. My roommate is, you know, having some issues, so I came home. Just meet me at the house. You know, make sure to bring the food and the coffee, and we'll hang out when you get here. So I go to his house, and at this point, I'm super suspicious because earlier he said he wanted to use one of his coupons, and I remember distinctly what the coupons were, and so the only one that was befitting was the one about me saying yes to adventures. And I was like, this is really weird. What is he trying to like ask me to do? Then it dawns on me. I was like, maybe this is like, and then I was like, no, like I couldn't even let myself finish the thought. I was like, no. So I go to his house. I'm looking around. I'm like, are there any like extra cars here? You know, are people at the house? Like, what's going on? Nothing looks different. Everything's fine. So I get there and I text him. I'm like, hey, I'm outside. And he comes out. He comes out quicker than normal, which is really funny. So anyway, he comes out. He helps me like carry all the stuff. And I walk behind him. I neglected to tell you that this was the hottest day of the year. I am sweating. He has me going from place to place to place to place, getting in and out of cars, toting around this red balloon. So I was tired. And I noticed that he is playing my favorite Brian McKnight song, and there are rose petals all over the floor. I noticed our camera that we had purchased together, it was set up in the windowsill, and I was like, this is where he's recording. So anyway, he comes in, and I turn around and I close the door. And then when I turn around from closing the door, he is on one knee. And I literally, like, you can see in the video that I couldn't even fathom. Like, I literally didn't think it was happening. I took steps back to like keep from falling. I was like, So you'll see me like shaking my head and walking backwards. I hadn't even had a chance to take off my sunglasses or get comfortable. He was on one knee. He was talking to me, saying the sweetest little things ever. And he literally asked me if I would be his wife. And I did the thing that I said I would never do. You see proposals all the time. And every single video, the girl goes, right? No matter, I've actually seen videos where a guy is getting proposed to, and it's like the whole covering of the mouth thing. I said, like, why would you do that? Y'all, go watch that video. You will see me do the same exact thing I said I would never do. I was literally shocked. And it was just so amazing, and we ended up drinking coffee, and I couldn't even eat. So he ate the Chick-fil-A. I wasn't hungry. Mind you, I had a huge grad paper to write, and I was just like, I'll do this paper later. Like, how do you expect me to work? And so one of the sweetest things that he said to me later on that night, you know, after things had settled and calmed down, he was just like, I know you have a busy week. I know you have a lot of tests like for grad school, and you're doing your doula training this weekend. He was like, I just wanted you to know that like over here we're good. Like over here, you and me, like we're good. And so it was a random Thursday, and he proposed to me after sending me on this scavenger hunt that he had prepared. So if you all are interested in hearing his side of the story, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I am also doing a really amazing thing this month, 31 questions in celebration of my 31st birthday, and there being 31 days in the month of May. So if you are interested in seeing all of the reflection questions that I will be answering live, go ahead and follow me over on my Instagram at TheFortitudeFix. I look forward to seeing you there. As always, remember, fill your cup. I'll see you next time.